Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Ballistic SG case for the HTC Droid Incredible 4G LTE phone. You are more than welcome to check out the SG at any time over at its official website, and that is going to be located at www.goballisticcase.com. As always, we also encourage you guys to check it out at our own site as well at www.daydeal.com. So let's go and start off our video with our usual tech specs for the Ballistic SG case on the Droid Incredible 4G LTE, and here they are. Please keep in mind that we took these measurements ourselves. They're not 100% accurate. We just want to give you guys an idea of what to expect when you own the case for the phone. Now the weight of the SG is going to come in at 52 grams, which is pretty hefty stuff, so this is a heavy duty case. Its length is 129.5 millimeters, its width 68 millimeters, its depth 17 millimeters, and what does this all mean to you guys in the real world? Well, against the naked phone, you will be adding 7.6 millimeters to the length, 7 millimeters to the width, as well as 5.3 millimeters to the depth of the Droid Incredible 4G LTE. Hopefully you find this information useful. Putting that aside, the Ballistic SG case is pretty easy to talk about because it's a pretty straightforward case and a straightforward product. It's a really nice one at that. But I do have to mention some unfortunate news for you guys is that the SG is only available in one color for the Droid Incredible 4G LTE, and you're looking at it right there. That is black with black, so no red with gray, no red with black, etc., stuff like that. No white with black, which is my own personal favorite color scheme. And also, the SG is going to be the only product available for the Droid Incredible 4G LTE version, meaning that no hardcore case from Ballistic will be released in the future. So if you're waiting around for that, you're going to be waiting around forever. So I'm just going to go and give you that heads up. This is the only product, this is the only color that is. You have to take what you can get, but it's a really nice one nonetheless. Now, the SG case, which stands for Shell Gel Case, by the way, is what you see is what you get. It does not come with any type of kickstand, belt clip holster, or screen protector. Okay, it's just a heavy-duty layered case, and technically speaking, it's a tri-layered case, but you really only interact with two layers. So let's go and show you what I am talking about. So for those of you who are familiar with this is going to be old news. In the next couple of minutes, it's going to be very boring for you guys, so just go and bear with me. For those folks out there who are new to the SG case and Ballistic in general, let's go and take it apart and show you what it is all about. So here's layer number 1, which is the silicone skin. Here are layers number 2 and 3. Okay, layer number 2 is the shell that you see in there, the polycarbonate shell. And layer number 3, which is the gel layer, that's actually made of very nice soft rubber. So I'll talk about that in just a moment. But let's go and show you the silicone skin inside and out. So this really makes up half of the case. It's very thick stuff, very durable. As you can see, kind of holds its own form, even if I hold it straight with one hand, which is a very rare thing for silicone skins out there. It has reinforced edges as well as a top and a bottom. Now these are called ballistic corners. That's what the company literally calls them. And all it really does is that it gives you extra space between the top and bottom of your phone. So meaning if you happen to drop your phone on its corner, it's going to hit that bumper edge. But even so, because it's so big, it also adds an extra space between the lips of the phone, not only on the front but on the rear as well. So it's kind of cool, and it's a really nice design. And a lot of other companies, if just FYI, have started to copy these type of edges. They just make the edges really kind of big and stick out quite a bit without making the case oversized or just odd looking. So Ballistic was really kind of a pioneer in that respect, since they had this product a long time ago. Other than that, they're covering for buttons where appropriate and openings were appropriate. I'll show you that in just a moment when I put it on our dummy phone on the right hand side right there. But let's go and talk about the shell gel layer. Now the shell itself is a nice dense polycarbonate material. It is a little bit flexible, but this one is so thick it's a little bit hard to flex it. But polycarbonate is always a nice material to use because since it is more flexible, it's less brittle, meaning that you can drop it repeatedly without worrying about cracking it too much versus an LDPE or an HDPE plastic. Now the gel layer itself is a soft rubber. It's really nice. It's really plush. Yes, it does add protection, but since it covers so little, it's not really realistically protecting your phone outside of the silicone or the polycarbonate. Really what it's there for is looks and feel, okay, because it feels really nice, it's very soft, and it feels great in your palm, okay, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, doesn't matter. However you hold the phone, that's what you're going to be rubbing your hand up against, and it feels really, really nice. Also kind of has a light thermal regulation to it. I know this sounds kind of weird, but it never really feels too hot and never really feels too cold, which is a kind of a cool thing. Just makes it feel comfortable. But that is the shell gel, that is the silicone skin. Let's put it all on our dummy phone to the right hand side right now and give you a 360 tour. So let's go and put on the skin layer first. Always self-explanatory, pretty easy stuff. I do want to take this time to let you guys see that unfortunately this skin does attract lint pretty badly. All right, it's not easy to clean it off with just your fingertips or wiping it off. That still sticks on there. So you will have to use water or any type of safe cleaning chemical to get it clean for a little while, because afterwards it's going to start attracting lint right after that. Okay, so if you're really not a fan of lint, probably not the best product for you, but we hopefully think that the benefits outweigh the cons of that. Now let's go and add on the shell gel layer right now. I have to be a little bit more careful with this. I have to make sure to slide everything on very slowly, so that way everything lines up correctly. I don't have to fit around with it too much. I think I did a pretty decent job right there. And let's go and give you the 360 tour of the Ballistic SG right now. Starting with the front of the phone, you notice the very thick lip that is created from the SG case, and I can show you those exaggerated corners, the ballistic corners as they call them once more. See how they kind of curve up and stick out above the sides right here? So that's always a good thing. That means if you happen to rest your phone on its face, you can kind of hear the sound already. It is going to be very elevated up and away from the surface you're resting against, but more importantly, should you happen to drop your phone, hopefully those corners absorb the impact first, and even the sides alongside it. Okay, so not the surface of your phone, the corners should be absorbing that impact. Now, can you use this with the screen protector? You are more than welcome to. However, we notice on the SG for this phone, the sides are actually pretty covered up. Okay, and I know a lot of screen protectors out there run along the sides, so be careful. Okay, I would see no problem using a screen protector, just to be very, very careful, because this is one of those cases where once you have it on, there's no real reason for you to take it off. Even if you have to clean it, much of the skin area is still exposed. It's not that bad to wipe it down. You'll need to remove the entire case. But like I said, just a heads up, you can use it with a screen protector. Just be a little bit careful when installing it the first time if you already have one on there. Now, moving on to the top of the case, you have an opening for the audio jack, nice and exposed, as well as the noise cancellation microphone. Ballistic thought ahead and made this tapered cutout for you guys, meaning that if you have a straight connector tip, you're fine. Angled connector tip, you are fine as well. Just run the wire along the back side of the case and you guys are good to go. So all type of connector tips work just fine. Very cool design. Covering for the power button is nice, large, and exaggerated. That's what we like to see because it makes the buttons easy to press. Moving on to this side, nice large opening for the USB port. No surprises there. Accommodates all type of connector tips. Moving on to the other side, covering for the volume up and down rocker switch. Once again, very exaggerated. This is what we like to see. Having an exaggerated protrusion like that makes it very easy to register the buttons, and sometimes that's a really big hassle on cases who don't have large protrusions like that. Moving on to the bottom, the opening for the microphone is a little bit big, which is a good thing. We usually don't like to see specific cutouts. We like to see slightly more exaggerated cutouts for the microphone itself. Moving on to the back, that very cool looking Ballistic logo, as well as that nice gel layer. Openings for the camera, lens, as well as the LED flash and the built-in speakers. I'm just going to give you this kind of side shot here, show you how recessed that camera lens really is in there, so that if you rest your phone on its back in its natural state, that lens is not going to be rubbing up against the surface you're resting it against. And that is it, guys, for the Ballistic SG case on the HTC Droid Incredible 4G LTE. Quite a name for a phone. I always get tired talking about that title. So our closing thoughts and comments on this product. Well, we recently reviewed the OtterBox commuter case, and we will say that this is easily a direct competitor to that. So if you needed an alternate choice, maybe you're looking at this and you're thinking, okay, maybe this is way too big, please check out the OtterBox commuter. And maybe if you were looking at the OtterBox commuter and you want an alternative to that, please check out the Ballistic SG. They really are direct competitors to one another, and in our personal opinion, this is the slightly better product. However, it's also the slightly bigger product. Remember that it comes in 52 grams, and you're basically adding 7.5 millimeters length, 7 millimeters width, 5.3 millimeters of depth of your naked phone. Pretty big stuff. Okay, so it's going to make your phone into a brick, and that's what you have to accept, because it protects your phone very well. It doesn't come with a screen protector, belt clip holster, or kickstand, so it has none of that utility. However, you can bring your own screen protector. You can use it if you're a little bit careful, and really this is just a nice product overall, what we've come to expect from Ballistic. It's a crying shame it's not available in more colors. If it was just available in one more color scheme, even if it was just smoke gray with black, we would have been really, really happy. But as it is, it's just black with black. So check it out over at the official website at goballisticcase.com. Check it out at our own site at daydio.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and our Pinterest board. Thanks for watching as always. We will see you guys next video review.